Hello and welcome uh, to the Magic of Boot, uh, where we're going to talk about football, soccer in North America. Um, I have with me Shudipta Roy and myself, Ronnie Mazumdar. So Shudipta is living in Germany. It's pretty late for you, but yeah, thank you for joining. And
It's my pleasure,
yeah.
actually.
Always a pleasure to talk with you regarding um, different games. Um, so we have had a bit of preview of the Euro 2020, and we didn't talk a lot about the matches that started the knockout in the knockout phase of the Euro 2020. Um, we just probably want to recap a bit your thought. I thought it was some fantastic games, um, and the quality of games were just brilliant. I mean, compared to 2016, this Euro has been lit up uh, to the highest standard of the games. Um, so I'm going to go through all the uh, knockout phases. And knockout phase is a little bit different than the group format. Um, so uh, where we are. So round of 16, first game was Wales versus Denmark. Did you have a chance to see that game?
No, but later I
Yes,
watched
even
the
the
full match.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to give a little bit of a reminder about the game. Denmark won 4-0 against Wales. Wales, um, after a certain point of time, I thought Wales was tired, and they went all out. And obviously, last Denmark goal came in 88th and 90th minute, like 90 plus stoppage time. Martin Braithwaite scored the last one. Gemale scored the third. Uh, Dahlberg scored the first two, 27th and 48th minute. Overall, I saw the game. Um, it was a very different Danish side compared to what I've seen, especially for the first two games. I think defensively they're pretty organized and they went fairly all out, all attack. Uh, and their midfield worked really hard as well as the wider players. Um, and I thought Martin Braithwaite was working quite hard for them. Denmark uh, is definitely not what I'm going to say an easy pass for anybody. They will put up a fight, and
Remember the time we started talking about
yeah,
other teams, like not the favorites. I actually mentioned Denmark because like
yes,
I
you did.
watched some of their matches, and they seems pretty organized when they are going up to like together, like they will go up together and they came back together, and this sort of stuff, like they do the basic stuff like really well and organized. But like first 20 minutes, Wales was like really into the game, and they missed quite a lot of half chances. Like normally, if it is in their day, they would score, but they didn't actually. And it could be a close match, but it seems like all those players like who were running behind their defenses, and they after like 60 70 minutes they were like pretty tired, and the coaches the changes they made, it wasn't actually enough to get them like last minute fight and stuff.
Right.
Like
Um,
so, it was
yeah,
like
I definitely was expecting a little closer match rather than what the score sheet says. It was fairly close in the first half, at least first 25-30 minutes. There was a fairly open game. In knockout stages, sometimes you can have very tactical game, cagey game, and a few times you have certain games that are really end-to-end stuff happens. I thought first 25-30 minutes were fairly end-to-end in both sides, and then eventually there is a little bit drop on Will's um, kind of ball possession to everything. There are a lot of missed passes and mistakes happening, and Denmark did. After scoring the first goal, I think the 27th minute, Denmark looked a very different team.
actually that is the moment the two teams actually like part their ways towards different directions, and I would say like there were like chances because Bale missed a few. Like
Yes.
normally he would have scored like if he is fit or like in his form. And also like Ramsey, Alan, they tried, but those are like they're trying to hit a goal in a rugby matches or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. They got
So
a little
it
bit
was
desperate. Um, I'm
yeah
I'm going to read a little bit of stat here for that game. There
okay.
was 47% of possession for Wales, 53% for Denmark, 389 passes completed from Wales, 431 for Denmark, 82% of pass accuracy for Wales, 83% for Denmark. So in terms of pass accuracy and other like possession 47-53, it does look like there was a little bit even game. Um, but yeah, I was shots on target. That's where there's discrepancy. Wales had one shot on target. Denmark had 8 of them. So Wales had 11 total shots, 10 of them actually outside of the post. And Denmark had 16 with 50% accuracy with 8 shots on target. So definitely, after going down to 1-0, there was a bit of, I shouldn't say panic, but there was a uh, bit of panicking in the Wales squad, and that's where you want your best players, your leaders, to come and calm them down and probably keep going. But I think the killed second goal killed all the calmness that Wales had, and they basically go shooting all guns blazing. Um, Anything else to add up from this game? Denmark
What
versus Wales.
Oh, well, I would add something like as they progress into the next round, like their opponent would explore this game because like they're having when they're having like a high defense in attack,
Yes.
the Wales actually causing a lot of problems with their pacey attackers. Like there were gaps between center backs, and also like defensive midfield is a bit shaky, I guess. Like although they're like yeah, Wales midfield didn't do well, at least at least didn't do a decent job, so they weren't actually as tested as like we were expecting. But still like it's a problem with Denmark, I would say. Like if they were having some problems in like pacey wingers or attackers. So the whales actually explode those pockets in the wings, and sometimes like there were some few runs in the middle, between the center backs. So yeah, they need to actually like find a way to close these gaps, and otherwise like it was a perfect game for Danish side, and like yeah,
Yep.
it's a good comeback for Christian Eriksen. So
Yeah, I mean, whatever they've tried, especially I thought Dolsberg, if I'm not mistaken, he was exceptional. Not just because of 2 goals, but
yeah,
uh, his movement and understanding with the other attackers was really impressive. Um, and it's good that you say that there is a little bit of um, like the Wells midfield has not performed, or just lacked that intensity, and that's what their coach said after the game as well. They didn't do enough to win the ball, or or making the move towards the Danish goal. At the end of the day, 4-0 sounds a little flattering, but yeah, the Danish definitely were the better side on that day. Um, Anything else you want to add on this particular game?
no, nothing.